no. Ouch. That's gotta hurt. And for beginners, unfortunately, it's not every day that Tyler's out in the lineup. She's gonna come and save you. So what are we gonna do? I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna practice on these 4 tips that are gonna help you to improve your takeoff. So without any further ado, let's get to the waves and let's practice learning how to take off, eh? So, taking off is probably the most important part of learning how to surf, because if you can't take off, then you can't catch waves. And if you can't catch waves, then you're not having any fun. And as legend has it, the best surfer in the lineup is the one that's having the most fun. So the first tip I have for taking off, and remember, this is for beginners. If you're anything like me, then you might not feel comfortable in the lineup, where in most cases, the surf etiquette doesn't exist. So you may sit off a bit to the side on the shoulder, where the wave is less steep and has less energy. And because you are too far off on the shoulder of the wave, you feel like you're missing it. In this case, we need to work on having our chin all the way down on the board's deck and lift our feet up. Because together, your feet and your legs accumulatively weigh around 20 pounds. That's 10 kilos for us that use the metric system. And getting our body weight as far forward is going to help the board stay on the face of the wave so that you have a better chance of catching it. You can even try scooting a bit further forward on the board. The second tip I have is when you are in steeper waves or closer to the peak, you will need to do the exact opposite. Head up, feet down, and even scoot further back a bit on the board. And pop up as quickly as possible to make sure you pop up high on the wave and avoid the flats, or even worse, the nose digging in and ultimately purling, or nosediving as I like to call it. Tip number 3 is again targeted at us beginners. The late takeoff. It's when you can sense the wave is breaking on you. For the skilled surfer, it's all about popping up as far back on the board as possible to avoid the nose digging in. But for the majority of us, depending on the size and power of the wave, just sit up and lean back like you are trying to stop a horse. And then pray to the surfing gods that you aren't going to get sucked over the falls. But that brings me to my final tip. Always surf within your limits. If you are a beginner, then you have no place paddling out in conditions that don't belong to you. I hope these tips have helped you, and stay stoked, and we'll see you guys next time.
This pig boy piece of shit! You got no business out here whatsoever!